Fabian Schmal is the president of ThyssenKrupp Bilstein, and he's been in Hamilton for about 7.5 years. Welcome to Hey Hamilton, Fabian.
Well, thank you, Richard.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you guys do here? What do you make at ThyssenKrupp?
So, well, I think you can show it better. So this is a typical product we make. We make suspension components, so pretty much shock absorbers for almost every OEM here in North America. And we consider ourselves the technology leader, so really all the high-end vehicles, luxury sports, are our customers.
Mm-hmm. How many different kinds of shock absorbers do you make here?
We probably make at least 1,000 different shock absorbers. So in different colors, different sizes, for different applications. So let's say you make a shock for a car like a Viper. It's quite different than you make for a Mercedes C-Class. So each vehicle has a complete different characteristic, and then we put a application in place which kind of suits the vehicle.
Are you a 24-hour operation here?
Yes, right now we're working most of the time 7 days a week, 24 hours.
And how many people do you employ?
So, well, this is very interesting because we started our production here 20 years ago with about 20 employees. And today we are now over 650 employees here in this location. So we have grown tremendously, and continue to grow.
Yeah. So you have some expansion plans underway.
So, well, we're just at the tail end of our last expansion.
Okay.
So we had now 4 expansions in the last 4 years. So we do foresee additional expansions, but right now we're really focusing also like finishing our current expansion. For example, we still have a significant amount of open jobs, so we have more than 50 open jobs from our current expansion. So we certainly encourage everybody to come stop by and fill out an application.
Okay. And where we're sitting is the employee cafeteria. This is part of your expansion?
Yes, so this is it's a brand new room, so we put a lot of time and effort and money into the design, creating an open environment with a lot of natural light, and where our employees, can spend some time, get their mind off for a few minutes from a job.
Okay. We've been talking a lot in the show about the industrial glory days of Hamilton and when they were making stuff for the war and all the paper mills and all those kinds of things. But now we see a company that is relatively new and expanding, but also a good citizen. I think the city of Hamilton loves you guys so much that they even named the street out here after you. So can you tell us a little bit about your company's commitment to the community and maybe some of the projects that you guys are involved in?
Absolutely, yes. I think it's actually a great pleasure to work here with the City of Hamilton. The City of Hamilton has really exceptional leadership, and so we're working now for a long time with them together. I think our number one responsibility as a company is to create and provide jobs. So jobs here, good paying jobs, good benefits in the community. But beside that, being such a big employer now, we're really trying to do significantly more. So a good example, for example, we're working here with the Butler County Board of Developmental Disability. So we have quite a few employees with developmental disabilities hired, which actually works out very well. So we don't just do this for charity. They do an exceptional job. So and it really helps us as well as hopefully our employees. We are partnering every year with local group Sojourner, who does supports, I think, especially recovering alcoholics and drug abuse.
Right.
So we're doing quite a bit with this. And then we actually, as a company, we have what we call a Build to Give Back team. So where the company donates some money and then they generate additional revenue, and then we're trying to support a lot of good causes in the local community, and we're really trying to stay as much as local in Hamilton as we can.
Also, I think I did a story one time about you guys picking up garbage along the roadway here.
Yes, we adopted the road here, so we do that actually every 8 weeks or so. Some of our employees go out, and we try and also to keep Hamilton clean. And again, I think being here is certainly part of our responsibility.
The little yellow one here is pretty interesting. It has all the breakaway and stuff. What's this giant monster here?
Well, this is actually quite a heavy shark. So this is also one of our newer developments we recently did. And I think that's also really key to know. We are not only just a manufacturing facility here. We have our own technical center here on our campus. So we do all the R&D, the development of the shocks, the testing, the prototyping, the right work. So we are really capable from like an initial inquiry from a customer to all the way to the end when we supply the serial production to develop new products. And that is pretty much the key of our success. So, you know, when you look at the past and now we're a technology leader, we're spending a lot of money on R&D and developing new products, cutting edge products. So pretty much the newest products in the industry worldwide are products we develop and we producing here.
And you're making it all right here in Hamilton.
All right here in Hamilton, and it's a great ride.
Okay. Would you mind to take us around a little bit and let us see some of your operations?
No, absolutely. I say let's go and find a little bit more about our company. Here we are in our tube department, which is kind of like the first part of making a shock absorber. So right behind here is like one of our automated welders. So you can see an operator is actually loading the part while behind the machine is working. So the machine is constantly welding parts, and as soon as the machine is done, it will flip it around and the welded parts come out. And the operator now can check the parts. Quality is absolutely key, a visual inspection in the first step, and reload the machine then for the next parts, while the machine already in the backside is continuing to produce parts.
Has the technology for your manufacturing processes changed a lot in recent years?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, that is really a key part of our business. You do on one side the product development itself, but having good manufacturing processes, you know, state-of-the-art equipment, it's absolutely key to be successful and to be competitive.
Yeah.
So we have involved over the last 7 years. We have several pieces of equipment where we know, let's say, have the third generation. So we're looking for a lot of feedback from the operator also.
Right.
And then incorporate this with our process engineers together, and then really improve the equipment together with the suppliers.
Okay, very good, very good. So what's this machine do?
So here's like an automated valve stacker. So I think this is a good example, and we will look at one or two more machines like what manufacturing is today. So first of all, you can see we're in a well-lit environment. It's an air-conditioned facility. So and the key for the operator is actually more now do quality checks, loading the equipment, and the equipment really does the work.
Yeah.
So it's really more about the parts, measuring the parts, loading the right parts, the equipment does the work, and then pretty much unloading and then going to the next step. But this is really how our manufacturing more and more evolves. And then the qualification also changed a little bit, or the needed qualification. So it's really much more about reading a drawing, you know, making a measurement,
right.
Adding up, and things like this. So
yeah.
This is really more the key for us, for operators or for employees. So this is technology from, let's say, about 3 or 4 years. That's also how fast we evolve. So, and the next one we go to is now our newest technology, who does more or less the same, but even with higher speed and more flexibility than this equipment.
Oh, really?
Already.
Okay.
So, and then, you know, the other key things on equipment like this is also the design. You want the equipment always to run. This is very expensive equipment. So in the past, we would have equipment whenever you load, the equipment doesn't run.
Yeah.
So in this case, for example, the equipment can pick from here and from here. So here you can see it now needs to load, but it still can run. So we can now actually reload the equipment with more of the product, and it keeps running, and then it will start on picking product from here. So then we can pull it here. So the equipment always keeps running while we are loading
Continuously,
it.
yeah.
So that we don't have any downtime of our expensive equipment.
Yeah. Is this stuff custom made for your company? Okay.
Yes, so it's really, again, it's our process engineers, our product engineers for the product, and a big involvement of our employees, and then the supplier, which we try to keep local. so then also bring their expertise on automation, and then we all together in a very collaborative approach usually then try to build the best equipment. So here, for example, you can see you know the product we saw earlier, I showed you earlier.
Right.
So here that in a stage in between, it has already the gas oil fill and all the components inside. And then now here's an area we have our final assembly where the spring gets assembled, quality checks are made, so that really only good product leaves our docks here to our customers. That's certainly specifically important in automotive, that only 100% good product leaves our facility.
Oh yeah. So where does the product go from here?
So it goes to all the different automotive assembly plants. So we're delivering through the whole country. In all NAFTA, Canada, Mexico, the majority in the US. That really goes to from Alabama, California, Texas, so really all over the place.
World, all over the country. Okay.
Yes.
Very good. Very good.
So here you can actually see, so this is kind of like a typical final assembly now. This is where really then the whole shock absorber module comes to life. We saw before some welding, some components. So here now the shock absorber get tested first, and now the individual components get assembled, and then finally get here very controlled with the controlled torque. So the part gets assembled, and we make sure with the exact specification torqued, and so that we get the perfect part for our customer, and we get exactly later the right the customer requires. So here we're now in our technical center. This is really the key. The whole building is dedicated only to R&D. So our think tank where we come up with new ideas, with new products. And then before new products come to life, we have to test them. So we obviously cannot just build a new product, put it on a car and wait 8 years if it lasts or not. So we really have to simulate here all the different requirements. So we have different pieces of equipment for like just durability for valve codes. So like for material testing, fatigue testing, for different metals, for different shapes, for all the different welding we do. And having a whole team of test engineers who have a lot of expertise really to do all this testing, to really by the end of the day sure that we have the perfect product for our customer. So this here is our, what we call our Bilstein University. So really big part of our culture here as a company, and also to support our growth is continuous learning, training for our employees. I mean, when we hire employees, we not only want to offer them a job, we really want to offer them a career, so that they can progress with us. So we use this room, for a lot of training. Communication is a really big piece for us. So we have actually this week, so we have quarterly communication meetings with employees, where we really make sure we are very open, very transparent. We tell them all the good, all the bad, because we don't believe in hiding anything. So we open with our employees, we share our problems, we share our success. Right. And I think it's important, if you want to trust each other and want to have success with each other. So you got to have an open communication.
Yeah, and so that's probably one of the reasons why you've been voted one of the best places to work in the greater Cincinnati area.
I think so. I think it's really a big piece. So I think our employees do trust the management. They know that we're open with them, we're transparent with them, and I think that's a big piece. So over there, actually, you can see this banner here. This is something we recently implemented, our PASS program, which stands for Progressive Advanced Skill and Safety. And this is a topic we really trying to support orientation when we get new employees. So we put this program in place, so all new employees who join us are in this program for like a full 2 weeks. So for a full 2 weeks, they don't really run any equipment or run the lines. So we want to make them familiar with our products, with kind of like the lingo we are using, with our company, so that when they start working, that they're really feeling comfortable, that they are safe. Of course, that they build a quality product, but we really believe it's key up front to invest in this instead of just hiring somebody and then like, here's your job and let's get moving. So it's really a big upfront investment for us, but we really think it's a key for our success and also for our growth. So yeah, here we now really have the, let's say, newest technology, really cutting edge technology for our newest product. It's really more about loading, unloading, quality checks. So, and again, this is really the difference today from the past in manufacturing. So it's not that, heavy lifting and dark environment. It's now more about being able to read a print, doing some relatively basic quality checks, comparing that you load the right components, and then check in between. We have certain check sheets. I mean, we have a lot of, let's say, good procedures and processes. So it's really more about following the processes, having the attention to detail, and then the machine really makes the product.